issued by Justice Eric Barr, the court dismissed Anas' suit, stating that he had failed to provide sufficient evidence to prove his case. In a scathing judgment, Justice Barr accused Anas of being a blackmailer who uses blackmail to extort money from his opponents and those he dislikes, stating that Anas' actions were not investigative journalism but investigative terrorism. As a result, the court awarded costs of 50,000 Ghana cedis against Anas Arimiyao Anas. Unsatisfied with the outcome, Anas filed a motion at the Supreme Court to challenge the decision of the High Court. He argued that the presiding judge had acted beyond his jurisdiction by using certain words in his judgment. However, in a 3-2 majority decision, the Supreme Court dismissed Anas' motion. The 5-member panel of the court, chaired by Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu, heard the case. Justices Imoro Amadou Tanko and Emmanuel Yoni Kolendi dissented from the majority decision, while Chief Justice Tokonu, along with Justices Henrietta Mensah Bonsu and Samuel Asiedu, agreed with the dismissal. The court has indicated that it will release the full reasoning of its decision by 4th March. The court declined to award costs against the journalist. One of the legal representatives of Honorable Kanohine Agyapong, Mr. Ralph Kwame Opokwe Agyapong, spoke with the media after the hearing.
As we witnessed in court, this was an application called certiorari. It's a prerogative right, praying for another to set aside the judgment of the High Court, a 70-page judgment on the basis of what? Bias and without jurisdiction. A court of competent jurisdiction such as the High Court has delivered a 70-page judgment. Then you bring such a frivolous application here before this court. I mean, so what the court did was in the right direction. Simplicity dismissed the application. If you heard what the court said, they said by a majority decision. So let's wait, and then when we are finished with a copy of the entire ruling, hopefully by Monday, I believe all of us can have the time to dissect.
Honorable Kanohine Agyapong also spoke on the Supreme Court's decision.
Say, High Court rule, and one thing was in the court, Supreme Court. Say, almost squash near judge, the ruling, In the end, say, Supreme Court, and so I remember say no. The evidence on what patches say, judge not describing as they were a criminal, I say, into almost question about the evidence before the judge. And idioma obi was Supreme Court crown so well who evidence no on to me enko squashy at the end in because judge ruling the description of the man is based on the evidence that I gave. Empirical evidence with videos. Our shewuni no say crashy na juma and said he said judge is not kasa Nia so ten wasi a fine on ten wasi no wasi obasa kubi mu a me evidence no nka bo mo me ametimi aka kire wo ma Ghana fo nyina say obi awo ya dia manokore ni anim kai ena mo obi anso ehun emma ne mu.
This ruling marks a significant victory for Honorable Kanohine Agyapong, especially for his zero-tolerance stance and campaign against corruption and dishonesty. It also marks a watershed moment and a muddy setback for Anas, who the High Court judge described as an investigative terrorist, and his pursuit of justice in the defamation suit against Ken Agyapong.
The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the 3rd time and passed.
Ghana's parliament has approved a bill aimed at promoting human sexual rights and family values, commonly referred to as the Anti-LGBT Bill. The legislation prohibits lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender activities and criminalizes their promotion, advocacy and funding in the country. Under the new law, individuals engaged in such activities could face imprisonment ranging from 6 months to 3 years, while promoters and sponsors of such acts could be sentenced to 3 to 5 years in jail. Before the bill's passage, Sponsors of the legislation initiated a motion for further consideration by the House. Samuel George, the lead sponsor, proposed amendments to clauses 10 and 11 of the bill, which address the editorial policies of media organizations to ensure compliance with Article 12 of the 1992 Constitution guaranteeing freedom of the media. These amendments were accepted by Parliament as part of the bill. However, Alexander Fenyo-Markin, the majority leader, filed a motion regarding Clause 12, which concerns the funding of LGBT activities to be subjected to constitutional scrutiny. This motion was rejected by the House.
I'm going to put a question that the motion has been moved and seconded, and I left it for your consideration. You made your point. And it's not for me to take the decision, it's for the House to take the decision. And so I put the question. Those in favor that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 be taken through the third reading, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the third time and passed.
The passage of the bill by Parliament comes a day after the board chair of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, Professor Agyapong, urged President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo not to assent to the bill. She stressed that human rights are not dependent on majority approval or disapproval. Therefore, the assertion by proponents of the anti-LGBTQ+ bill that because the majority of Ghanaians are allegedly in favor of the bill justifies its passage into laws is untenable, adding, Ghana is a secular and a multi-religious country.
Ghana is a secular and multi-religious country with over 50 ethnic groups with different cultural practices and beliefs. Any attempt to create a single cultural value system for Ghana erases the beautiful cultural mosaic that makes us a unique people. It is for this reason that the Constitution abolishes all practices and laws detrimental to people's health and well-being, even in the name of culture and tradition.
The newly approved bill will come to effect if President Akufo-Addo signs it into law. In Ghana, gay sex is already against the law, which carries a 3-year prison sentence. Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, has charged members of his campaign and manifesto teams to execute their duties with the United Front to ensure victory in the 2024 general election. He said unity was crucial to the success of the party in the elections, rallying all members to contribute their quota towards victory. The Vice President made these remarks when he officially commissioned the committees in Accra on Wednesday. The campaign committee is chaired by Mr. Dan Kweku Botwe, a former Minister of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, while Mr. Oseiche Mensah Bonsu, Member of Parliament for Swame, chairs the Manifesto Committee. The Vice President entreated all members of the party to be ready to hit the ground running to ensure the objectives of the committees are met.
It is really a single-purpose objective for all of us. We are going for the 2024 election on December 7th. And we need a combination of everybody. We want the entire membership fully involved in the campaign.
Dr. Bawumia said the NPP had the ingredients to win the elections come December 7th, indicating that the party had the message and the vision to propel the country towards economic growth. He explained that since the party assumed office in 2017, it had outperformed its main opponents, the National Democratic Congress, in every sector.
In terms of the record, our record is superior, and we are going to put it out for public scrutiny. as the President mentioned, in the performance tracker, which Agyapong will launch very soon for us next month. The performance tracker. Our record is solid, and it is there for everybody to see. Our vision has been clearly laid out, and it will be reinforced by the manifesto. We know where we want to take the country. It's very clearly laid out vision.
The Vice President said the NDC had a very blurred vision, accusing the opposition party of being in a quandary. Dr. Bawumia said the formation and inauguration of the campaign and manifesto teams indicated the party's commitment to hit the campaign ground running.
Our opponents have a very blurred vision, that they really don't know where they want to take us. They are announcing promises of things that we have already done. Did you hear that they want to do free Wi-Fi in senior high school? Can someone tell them that it has already been done? I mean, just whisper. A little research, they would have known. But they are promising things we have already done. It tells you that they are running out of ideas.
Mr. Butchie, chairman of the campaign committee, for his part, said the goal of the team was to execute a campaign that will win the NPP the majority seats in parliament and elect its flag bearer as the president for the next 4 years. To achieve that, he assured the flag bearer and the leadership of the party of their commitment to work together with discipline and in a coordinated manner.
We said it's from 38, 40, almost 40,000 police stations. We are all involved in the campaign. The officers and all the members. And even those who may not necessarily be directly MPP members are all part of our campaign. We're going to use all resources within and outside the party and do a disciplined effort. Campaigns can be chaotic, but the key thing is discipline. Focus. We are a conservative party. We believe in people freely speaking their minds. There will be cross-pollination of ideas. But as it is done in all places, we are always, they call 3Ds. We will debate among ourselves, we will discuss. At the end of the day, we will take decisions. And when we take decisions, all of us will apply the discipline and move forward.
Mr. Chairman Sambonsu, the chairman of the Manifesto Committee, urged members to put the interest of the flag bearer and the party above any personal interests.
It's about the presidential candidate. Whatever we do, we'll have to dovetail into his own vision. And I'm sure, and I can bear testimony to the fact that his own vision, to quote the Honorable J.H. Benson, does not suffer from cataract in one eye or glaucoma in the other. His own vision is crystal clear. I believe that if you follow him, you make all of us fishers of men. And should I add, women.
Mr. Stephen Intim, chairman of the NPP, for his part, tasked the committees to remain focused and avoid squabbles to ensure the party achieved its objectives.
It's going to be an arduous task, but with unity of purpose, I'm sure we can attain our target, which is putting Dr. in the Jubilee House as president. Amen. Having gone through the outdooring of these two important bodies, I think we are all set to start the campaign towards the general elections. Everybody has their roles well carved out for them. There should be no room for squabbles, petty squabbles. The objective should be, we want to remain in power come January 2020.
Amen.
That is what we should all be working towards.